everyone, I am Robin with Robin's Wreathery and Robin's Personalized Gifts. How is everyone doing today? I'm glad you could join me. Let's see if we can get started here. Yay, looks like everybody's playing nice in the sandbox today. That doesn't happen very often. Say hello when you're popping on. Where are you watching from? And let me know the weather in your neck of the woods. We are having rain. It's rain and a little cool out. There we go. All right, we're going to be working with a new item today. This is our rag tree. Now, the ones we did last year were macrame, where we just wrapped them around. This is going to be done with rags. So, they both have a base. You get a big one and a small one. Now, when I listed these, I did not list the size because what we're trying to do is keep the price down. So, we're going to reduce this in size a little bit and enlarge this one a little bit. So, as soon as we get that, hi, Monica. As soon as we have those measurements, I'm going to post it. Okay, so I already went ahead and did one. I used the antique wax on the bottom. It almost looks like a slice of a tree. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Cool. 104. Yikes, girlfriend. That's hot. And then the top, I went ahead and I used the English Ivy Green from Apple Barrel. So, I already did the little one. So now we're going to do the big one. Now, what you're going to need for these is a fabric that's easy to rip. Now, that would be the homespun fabric. And what you do is, with homespun, you just create little snips at the bottom, and then you just rip. Isn't that cool? Homespun rips very easy. I've been sneezing and my nose has been itching all day because of these fibers flying in the air. Which what I should have done was I should have cut them outside, but with the weather the way it was, I thought it was best not to. So this is like a green check, and it has some burgundy in it. So what I went ahead and did was, I have this that has burgundy in it. So in this, the smaller one, I used this and added some lace in there. But this one we're going to work with the that and the burgundy. So let me just make a few more. Now I made, the ones for the little tree were about an inch. These are a good inch wide, my little snips. Come on, I know, I thought I had one more there. There we go. Now for the little one, I used about a 7-inch piece to start with, and then when I was finished putting it on, I trimmed it some. Hi, Joanne. Now these would be great if you wanted to foil them. There's so much you could do with this, but we're going to start with just painting and staining. So you're going to want to start at the bottom, not the top, the bottom, because as you can see from this, it's layered. So I did the bottom, did the next row, did the next row, did the next row, up to the top. So this should go pretty easy. So I'm going to measure my first couple of ones that I'm cutting, so you have an idea of the size, the length you want. Now with that, I did a 6-inch, so I'm just going to take an 8-inch. Might be able to do let's cut it at 8 and see if we need to reduce it for our next row. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to take the folded part and put it through first. And then I'm pushing down the 2 pieces. And we're just going to pull them. Actually, I want it up through here. We're just going to pull. That's not the way I want it. Okay. Let's try this again. Sometimes visually I can't do it a second time. Hey Nancy, how are you? All right, so we're going to go with our loop, our folded part up, and then bring these 2. Look at me, my nose is itching already from these fibers. And then we're going to push them through that loop and pull down. So you actually have like 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and zoom you in here so you can see what I'm doing. What's in the way? We got some stuff in the way there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put a few on and then we'll see. We may go ahead and trim these. So let's go ahead and work with 7 inchers. Or let's go ahead and work with 8, excuse me. So you're folding your piece in half. Now these are a little bit wider than 1 inch before I rip them. So your loop is coming in from the bottom, from underneath. Then you're going to push your 2 loose ends up. And then you're going to put them through here. And you're going to pull. And it's that simple. So let's do another one. Because I think we can fit about probably 4 on here. And then go ahead and use some ribbon or some lace that I have. I have all kinds of lace here. This is elastic. I'm not sure I'm going to use that. You could put gold in there if you wanted. You could put burgundy in there if you wanted. I'm just going to stay plain. All right, so we're going to cut. And for those just joining, here's a picture of the little one that I already did this morning. I stained the bottom, then I painted the top with a diaper wipe and the, what was it, English Ivy green paint from Apple Barrel. All right. So actually, with this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this, I think, instead of the trim. That's what I had for this one. All right, so let's go ahead and put one of these next. Now you will get with your homespun fabric, you will get this sometimes with some loose threads from the fabric. So you just want to trim those off so you're not getting all tangled up. So we're working with 8 inches long. With this one, I started out with 7 and trimmed it a little. And like I said, these are a little bit bigger right now than they are going to be. This one's going to be reduced some, and this one's going to be expanded some. I just feel like one's too big and one's too small, so we kind of want to swap them out. All right, so you're going to fold your piece in half. You're going to bring that loop up through the bottom. You know what would be good if I just had a crochet hook? That'll work. Just pulling those up through. Then you're going to stick the 2 loose ends through your loop and pull down. And then you can fluff it out. So let's go ahead and do that again. We've got our loop we're putting in the bottom. Right? Now, pulling up through. Then we're taking this little hook and we're just going to bring those loose ones up, tuck them in, and pull down. So cute. Now, I think I'm going to put another one on there. So my first row, I'm going to do 5. So remember, we're cutting these at 8 inches. So you're going to have some little pieces left over. Thank you, Rachel. So your loop comes through. Then I'm using my needle here to bring these up, which it's easier than trying to pull them up individually. These are called rag trees. Now these would be really cute with the trees that we released last year as a different color. Or our Christmas balls too. All right, so I'm going to do 2 and then 1 burgundy. 2 and 1 burgundy. That's going to be my pattern. You can do whatever you want. And you can do any color you want. You could do it all in ribbon if you wanted. However, if you're using wired ribbon, be careful, because you're liable to get stabbed. So, see, I got my loop here. I got my loose ends up here. So we're just going to pull them down. So I think that's going to be my pattern. 2 and 1. I like that. Do you like that? What's everybody got weather-wise? We are rainy and chilly. All right, cutting 8 inches again. Bringing our loop up through. And now we're going to catch our... These would make a nice hostess gift for the holiday too. And then we're going to pull down. All right. Another 8-incher. It's easy just to rip it all in one solid piece and then go back and cut them as you go. So, loop through the bottom. Loose ends through the top. You could do it the other way too. I just want to stay consistent to make it look consistent. And Rachel's gone on today. Now that 3:30, Rachel, is that Eastern Standard Time or is it your time? Because I'm confused, girlfriend. I can't keep this straight. Now, you know what? Since I don't really want to waste any of this piece, I'm just going to fold it in half. It's going to be a little longer than 8 inches, but that's okay. I can trim it if I want. All right. Folding it in half, pulling the loop through, and then gathering the 2 loose ends. Joanne says it's sunny, but the wind is blowing, and it's about 75 to 80 degrees. And that's in Colorado, right, Joanne? I think you're Colorado and Marcia's Utah, if I remember correctly. My memory is like a sieve. It just goes right out the other end. Okay, Rachel will be on at 2:30 Central Time and 3:30 Eastern. Excuse me. My nose can't take all these little fibers. Joanne's in Western Colorado. So what's the weather in Mississippi, Miss Rachel? Andrea already told us what it was in Sacramento. What kind of weather you got, Nance? Same as us? Nancy's in Pennsylvania too. I did that wrong, didn't I? I did not want to do it that way. Stay consistent, girl. Loop up and pull your loose ends. Okay, and then one more. So we've got about 5 each side on the first row on the bottom. Rachel is hot and humid. Ugh. I feel for you. It's rainy and damp up here. All right, so we're going to stick our finger through there, and we're going to pull those down through like that. Now they are really a lot longer than the other ones, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of a haircut. So there's our first row. So as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and I actually did use this top one on the little one. All right, so let's go ahead and start the next row. So I'm going to pull off some of this loose thread, trim it, put it over there. I'm still going to go ahead with 8 inches, which I meant to be writing this down so I can put it in the description. So if anybody has any questions, it's in there. All right, so the bigger one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 5 rows. We went to 8 inches and 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So about 5 each side. Because I will never remember. So if we went to there, let's do a burgundy one here. Ooh, Nancy got her box. Nancy ordered some stuff. And it came. Did you see the trees? Nancy ordered the fox, and she got the new tree that comes with it. And what's really cool about the new tree is you can actually take that outer piece and paint it a different color than the one that's going in the center. And I owed her Liberty Bell pieces, and they're stuck inside the girl scarecrow there, Nance. I thought I'd text you, but I probably didn't. Cool. Thank you, Monica. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do 2 of these and then 1 of the burgundy. So we've got our loop. We just pulled our loose pieces up, and then we're going to pull down. So see how this row is covering up the top of that row? Isn't that cute? All right, so I'm going to do 8 inches again. I may just stick with 8 inches on this one. All right, so we want loop up through, and then we want to gather the 2 loose ends. Can you all see okay? I just want to make sure you can see good. Oh man, I don't think you can hear what I hear, but our rooster is crowing away out there. Got the back door open. He don't care if it's day or night. That guy is nutty. All right, we need another one of these. Now, if you didn't see from the beginning, we are using homespun fabric, and you're just gonna put a little snip in the fabric and rip it. It just gives you a nice, straight, ragged looking piece of fabric. hence Ragtree. Now I did put another video on YouTube the other day. I made some beaded badge reels. So I did go ahead and I did put that video on. So if you didn't see that and you want to check it out, it's under videos. All right, up comes the loop. Then comes the loose ends. Pull them through the loop and down. So we're going to do another green one. Because I don't know if you can see it, there is burgundy in here. And each row is covering up the one underneath it. There we go. So now, and don't worry about this because your next row up top here is going to cover that up. So I'm still doing 8 inches. Monica, did you get your box yet? I made Rachel a pair of eyes for her gingerbread girl, but she already sold. So how's that for being behind? Right. Do 8 inch. I'm going to cut a few here. And next week is going to be gingerbread week. I got some cool stuff that's been made. And another thing that I did make for the, you know, the fox. Well, I made a gingerbread girl for that stand. And Rachel the other night gave me an idea while I was watching her live. So isn't that cool? Yay! Oh, that's right. Because all of a sudden my phone was going off because you were leaving feedback. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the feedback. Because Etsy is not being very kind to us right now. They're making a mess of our accounts. They aren't showing us like they used to. And now, get this. They want every one of our listings to only show $6 shipping. So they want us to show $6 shipping, but then they want us to add that extra postage on the other end. So who do you think's making out from that? Etsy. Because they're taking a portion of what you're selling. They're not taking a portion of the postage. Figure that one out, right? I'm sorry, I did not see that, Rach. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, since I'm due to put another one of these here, I don't want to do that. So let's start on this side and let's put the maroon on that side and then work over. So yeah, you actually pay exact shipping on mine because I'm not making more money off of you. They crack me up. They are ruining it for us Etsy sellers. Big time. And I don't think that's right. So yeah. By October 1st, all your items had to say $6 or less shipping, or they weren't going to share you anymore. I don't need them sharing me because they charge me extra for sharing me. So I'd rather promote my own stuff and not make more money off of everybody else. That just bites. I'm sorry. I think it's wrong. Do you agree with that, Rachel? And then they want you to have at least 5 pictures per item. Well, sometimes I don't have time to do that. They're just making it tougher and tougher on the little guy. And it's wrong. All right, let's eat. So we're going to go ahead and do another one. Yes, they are, Rachel. They so are. Okay. Now we're only going to do, so what did I do here? 5, 8 inches and 5 per side. The next level 3, we're doing 8 inches and 3 per side. That way I don't have to sit there and count at the end. Can you imagine the people that make big stuff and they have to ship it? I mean, how are they going to put it on the other end? That just is giving Etsy more money. And I'm sorry, that's wrong. Very wrong. I really want to get my own website, but I just can't decide on which way to go. If I do it myself, it's going to take forever. I could go to Go Imagine, and they're really good, and they can transfer everything over for me, but they have a different payment plan by how they collect their payments from people. And I already have a credit card company. I don't want 2. So I'm really frustrated with all of them. So all that had to be done overnight, or they were not going to show you. Well, guess what, Etsy? Don't show me. People can see me themselves. Right here on my little old channel. So the heck with you. All right, let's go with the maroon. Let's see how we got all these little loose. We're going to pull them off of there. We're going to lose everybody real soon at the rate they're going. And then you got Temu stealing our pictures and creating product just like ours, that when you get it, it doesn't look like ours. And then Etsy sees that and thinks we're selling from Temu, so they turn us and they shut us down. Not nice. How's it looking so far? Do you like these? All right, we're going to start on this end because we're ready for a burgundy now. And I think it'll look better on this side. Where'd you go? There we go. Really? You need to share it with me, Monica, because I need to be ready or they'll shut me down. And if they shut me down, ladies, you just contact me through Facebook and I will take care of you. And then I will make my own website and be done. Right. You know what? To make it look kind of even here, because if I put a burgundy there, it's going to be right with that one. I'm going to put two of these on this end. Aw, you are too sweet. Well, you need to show me or tell me. All right, so for this row, we're putting 5, and we're still doing 8-inch. 5 total. Or no, wait. No. 3 per side. This is the second from the top, so we're still doing 8-inch, and we're doing 5 total. You are so sweet. Nancy should have. You said you got your box. Yes, that's right. I'll put another one in there. So you can kind of fan these out if you want. If you want to put more in there, you can. Just squish it. That one doesn't look like it's 8 inches. Let's go back and check this one. It's probably a little one. Yep. Oh my gosh. That's awful, Joanne. Joanne's talking about Jen with Artistic Painting Studios. She's having trouble with Facebook, and she's on a timeout. I think some of these places are getting too big for their britches. Now, with this one, you don't have a second row here to do that. So we're going to use this row down here and pull it through. So I think we're going to just do 2 of these, or 2 of these and 1 of the green. So I'm pulling the loop through that and then bringing the loose ends through the little hole. See, it still works. Woohoo! Looks like I cut way more than I needed. So, loop, and pull up your loose ends. You could add lights to this. You can really jack this up. Rachel, we're going to jack it up a little bit. All right, we are done. So the top we did 8" again, and we put 3 total. So for the big one, so here you've got 6 total, here you got 8, here you got 8, then you got 5, and then you got 3. 16, 22, plus 8. So you've got 30 strips at 8 inches long by about 1 inch wide. So 30 strips for the big tree. The little one I have to go back and refigure. I forgot the top 2 rows. All right. So here's some ideas. You could go ahead if you wanted. Now I used, instead of like the tan and burgundy there, I used this in there. I thought this was a real nice color combination because it matched the plaid in that. Okay, you could go ahead and you could do something like that. You know, there is a bug here. I brought a wreath in the other day from outside, and it had these little bugs in it. And every time I turn around, I've got another one kind of flying around me, and I can hear them, but I can't see them. It's freaking me out, making me itch. All right. Another thing you could do, and this comes with the stand, and I went ahead and I did the antique wax on it. So isn't that cool? Let me go ahead and pull you up a little. You could hang some rusty bells. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? To hang bells here and there on it. You could go ahead and use these little beads. I don't like that color. And I don't like that color. I think the rusty bells work better in my mind. Then I had these. I had these patriotic stars. So what I'm going to do is, if I can cut it. Why is it not cutting? Thank you, Monica. Oh, really? There we go. Now I'm going to see if I can cut this off. Yes. Just gonna bend that back. There we go. So I'm thinking this would be so cool at the top, don't you think? All right, let's get this off. There we go. Now, I'm thinking I may just go ahead and glue that right there. All right, let's try it. I've got a little bit of an edge there. So I'm going to put some on that side and some on this side. Whoa, little tree. Actually, let's move that down a little. See if we can go, there we go, like that. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. They would, but you know what? I don't like the color because these are more of a red than a burgundy. Let me see what I got. So I got a lot of these. Well, these are kind of a burgundy. Oh, pip berries. Okay, you're talking the thin ones. Yep. I have some of those. Yes. Like these. That's what you're telling me. So, yeah. Yeah. Good idea, Monica. Woohoo. Thank you, GF. GF stands for girlfriend. You're all my girlfriends. All right, let me see if I can glue this under here. I should be able to stick that in place under that right there. I can just pull that fabric out a little bit. There, jacking this puppy up. See, if I put it underneath there, I can put a little bit of glue to hold it in place. And then I can cover it over with that one. That looks cute. Now let's see about putting some bells around. Let's see what they look like. Now with these, we could tie these in place with some of this, because that looks kind of cute with this. And then what I could do, I can't find my Christmas tree box. I only found my gingerbread box, but check this out. We've got these trees, and we could incorporate those trees with it too. Or we could put these trees out and then put the ornaments from last year around them. That's an idea. Or we have the angels. There, we can put them with the angels. Remember the angel set from last year? Wouldn't that look cool? So there's several things that you could do with these trees. So I'm trying to think, do I want to use twine? No, I really want to use this. So let's see what we can do with this. If we could just get this through here. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. They do, don't they? Oh my gosh. I have so many pip berries downstairs. I've got burgundy ones down there. I think I'm going to have to get some burgundy ones and put them on there too. Great idea, Monica. Nope, I'm not able to get that through. I really didn't want to use this, but if we get some of this through there, yeah. And I mean, this is more country. This is more the way I decorate. I mean, you could put any kind of fabric on there you want. You could really dress it up. Heck, if you didn't want to pull them through the hole, you could just glue strips of ribbon, any kind of ribbon on there. Okay, what am I going to use? All right. trying to figure out how I can get that on there. Let me see if I can do this. If not, I have thinner. I know I have thinner. This. Let's try this ribbon. I don't know if this will go through or not. Well, let's try it. Probably not. Nope. Dang. What do I have? I know. Oops. Almost a disaster. Where are my scissors? My raffia is going to be the easiest thing to pull through. Yep. So I'll just pull some of that through and then tie it. Then I'm just going to tie a knot. And put that to either side. Like that. Yeah, baby. That works. Add them on, order them all at once. So you're not paying for that ground advantage that the post office makes you feel like you're getting, you have an advantage there, which you don't, because it gets held back until there's no more priority going, and then you're charged for a 15-day delivery that turns into 30-day. Just ask Judith what they did to her. Ooh, Joanne said, what about small pine cones? That would be cute, and I have a place I can get small pine cones. In fact, I'll call my little grandson Gordon tonight, and I'm going to tell him Nana needs pine cones. They have a tree out front that has the real small pine cones. He is so funny. I made him that Ghostbuster puzzle, and his little cousin told him about it, and he saw it before Christmas, so I ended up giving it to him, and he is obsessed with that Ghostbuster puzzle. He has to do it every single night. He is in love with his Ghostbuster puzzle. Oh, this is cute. This is primitive, and this is the way I decorate my home. But I'm going to need some burgundy berries to put in here too. All right, let's put one up here. And then we might just have to put one down here. So then we kind of have a zigzag going. Then we're going to have to do the other one. Very similar. I love it. Don't you love it? These will look cute on Nancy's mantle. All right, where are you? There you are. Hope you're doing better, Andrea. My son and his family just got over that too. Actually, that kind of looks cute just hanging there, doesn't it? There we go. And then we'll put one right down here. And we have them kind of evenly dispersed. And it looks great. I know I have blue pit berries. I don't know if I have any more colors. Color of these. But yeah, the raffia works much better. And you could probably do it with some wire too. But I really wanted to use that ribbon, but it's not going to work. There we go. So there we go. We jacked it up. And I got to do a better job with my star. There's the big one. Put that over. And there's the little one. Like I said, their size is going to change. They're just going to be a little bit different. This one's going to be a little bit smaller, and this one's going to be a little bit bigger. But there we go. We jacked them up, and we ragged them out. And I'm in love with them. And we could, like I said, this is my gingerbread box because I can't find my, I might have sold my Christmas box. And actually, if I painted this box burgundy, I think that would be nice in there too. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. And then we'll take this and we'll kind of distress this up a little and put that on top of this one. The little. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. And thanks for helping me out, Rach. I got it written down, girlfriend. Rachel's gone on in a half an hour. So we can all jump over there, go get something to eat, a little snack, a little drink, and then head on over to Rachel's Unique Crafts. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. We try to come up with different stuff for you. I hope we are. All right, you all have a great evening and happy crafting. And I'll see you next Monday. All right, have a great weekend.